Hello everybody, this is Thor Young with Bear Bull Traders, and I would like to do a recap for you on my JD trade. Had a really good trade on JD today. Really happy to just have some catalyst stocks back. Last week was pretty tough for a lot of people, especially it's hard to be a catalyst trader when everything's in a catalyst, right? Everything's just moving with the market and dumping down makes it really hard to get the kind of risk reward you're looking for. Still made some money, but basically was just hitting short and just, capitalizing. So wanted to go over my JD trade here, and I think I think you guys would really enjoy this trade, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about kind of playing a trade off of these levels and using your indicators to go long. And of course, maybe a little L2 as we can get here. You see, I have an order sitting out here at 42, and I'll talk about that a little bit. Now, other thing I like about this trade is I'm going to try and feature some trades from like midday to afternoon to kind of help some of our more novice BBT traders. I think a lot of the times we get so focused on making the money right in the beginning that's the only thing we focus on. I actually did do a really good trade on Twitter this morning for a pre-market breakup. That worked out really great. If you want to see that, you can check out my Twitter at Thor Young. I'll post that trade up there. That worked really well. But today I want to focus on this for everyone else. So what we're looking at here on JD is one thing I really liked about JD is it had a really nice pre-market pattern right before the open. Also, it was on a catalyst. It had an earnings beat, so that's always good news. So I was kind of looking to see what JD was going to do today, and JD set a really nice opening range off of a level that I had marked here. So if you come out here on JD, you can see here I went ahead and pulled some marks off the daily. We've got this 42 level I pulled because it split through here, and I pulled this 41.68 because it was the top of this candle that also happened to coincide with the bottom of this candle. As some of my commenters have said most graciously, where the ceiling becomes the floor or vice versa, right? So we like here, this was the ceiling here and it was a floor here. So I like anytime that support and resistance flips, right? So those are the good levels. So came in here on JD. Things were looking really sweet, and I was just waiting for a little confirmation with the day, and I was actually also waiting for confirmation on the SPY. The SPY, we're just waiting to see kind of what the market was looking like, and the SPY actually has reclaimed 300 today, so it got a lot of strength behind it, which is great. The coronavirus is a serious deal, but it looks like it may not be as big of a deal. Or at least, it's a lot more survivable. So, God bless everybody with that endeavor, and I wish everyone the best with that. So you can see here on my JD trade, JD failed off of this 41.68 level, which I was interested in. It curled over and came right back to VWAP. When it came to VWAP, I went ahead and entered into a position here because it actually sat here for like a minute, and I thought it was actually going to just do a straight bounce. And I could read plenty of sellers on the L2 above, so it just didn't look like it was going to sell off a whole lot. But I went ahead and I did something I've kind of been looking at and experimenting with, and I used to do it a lot more when I traded back when I wasn't as precise, which is I actually take in feeler positions. So basically, it came back to VWAP here, and what I did is I took a position, and my stop loss was the loss of this 200 cross down here on the bottom. You can see that JD sold off through it before, and it held it. So I thought it was just a real nice, clean area to give me a potential stop loss, and it was really easy. And then if it came down here, it would go through here, and then if it broke through my level, I'd get a partial up near pre-market high. But ideally, when I use these feeler positions, what I'm doing is I'm just waiting for confirmation. So if it had bounced from there and then went up a little bit towards 41.68, I probably would have added into the position. Where in this instance, it actually did sell off a little bit, but once it started to look really strong and the L2 looked like it was ready for a sell up, I added in then, right as it crossed the 100 moving average, and then got that add in, went to a full-size position, because now my stop loss was going to be $40.90, right, just the bottom of this candle. So I added in everything I needed to get to there, and we popped up great partials. Oh, I'm going to get filled. Come on, baby. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, wow, that's so close. I'm going to get a partial here. So look at this ask here at $43. This is why I'm partialing at $42.95. Is I wanted to be in front of that big guy, but look how close it went to 42.94 and change. It didn't actually fill my order. Oh, that's not very nice. So anyway, we came here and I added in, I got great partials all the way up. I actually took a little bit of a partial off here because it made a new low and it broke under there. So I tend to take a partial because it looks down, but it held up real nice, came back up. I got another partial now, 41.68, and I was in a pretty good spot at that point. Unfortunately, it came back all the way to VWAP, retested VWAP, and then it hit my stop out at my break even on my last, and it was really only about 10 or 15 percent shares. But right after it stopped me out, it wicked right back up above VWAP, and it looked really good. The L2 still looked really good for a sell up, so I took a position on it, got a partial, and then got stopped out. So I took a 50% partial on this one, and I held for a break even on the entire position for this one, just because there's basically a descending triangle going on at 41.10, and I figured if it lost that, I would get out. So I was holding for the loss of that, that triangle, but it went straight through that triangle, but bounced off of some big bids at 41. So I got right back in. Again, I was reading just this massive sell-up on JD, and the SPY was looking really, really strong. So with the SPY starting to look strong and regain, I was not looking to short against it. So I was really looking to see where I could get on the long side of this thing. So hopefully, let's see, I think we're pushing back up towards my stop. So anyway, got long in this, and I held all the way for almost my level there, got some partials all the way nice, and then now I'm down to about 25% right here at pre-market high. So now I'm holding for 42.95, and then I'll hold the rest for basically all day long. Now watch this L2 battle real quick. Let's talk some L2 real fast. Look at this big ask at $43. This is going to be really hard for this to get through, but if it goes through it, it's going to scream through it, right? It's going to be huge, but you have these bids coming in here at 42.81. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to entice the price to pull back to get a position in. Now, these could be buyers that are looking to get a better entry for this breakup. Or, these could be, sellers. You never know. Someone could have short sold this stock a long time ago, and now they're just looking to try and encourage it to continue to go back down. You never really know what's going on, but what you can tell is somebody's trying to encourage it to pull back a little bit, but they don't really have enough weight. They certainly don't have the same kind of weight that this big ask has at 43. And with this kind of buying momentum and JD having some really good news, on its earnings speed, I really think it can still go through this. Because if you look to the top side, look, there's still just plenty of orders sitting up here on the ask on the level 2. So once it goes through, there's still plenty of people looking to sell, which means there's plenty of reasons to buy because there's plenty of people still waiting to sell, right? So, but if you look down here, not quite the same, right? It looks a lot weaker on the downside, not as many orders. So there's not a lot of people really interested in buying. Your big bidders are right here. So if it drops 42.81, hit off of that and then run back through 43, but we'll see what happens. Right now it looks like it's really pushing up. We're seeing some good buying volume. There we go. Got my fill. Outstanding. So now watch here as we run into these 43s. Let's see what happens when it runs into them. All right, so now it's smacked into the 43, and then see, it took a partial that order, and it couldn't get through. So it like faded right off of it, right? Oh, let me move my stop to break even. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. Ripped right through him. Look at that. Bam. Right through it. Now he's gone. Now the bids are kind of rushing in a little bit to get there. Let's see what happens. If we get the bids to chase in. All right, look at these guys. They're no longer at 42.80. They're now at 42.90. So they're raising. This bid's raising. So that's definitely a good sign that this stock is going to maintain its strength because the bids are chasing the price, right? They're not pulling away. They're actually chasing it. So anyway, just wanted to kind of run a little trade theory through, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope everyone had a great day, trading today. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this kind of a bounce day. JD was a lot of fun. Threw a little L2 in there, so I ran it a little long just so you guys could see some lives. I just got a partial at just under 43, 42.95. So now I'm going to hold the rest here and see what we can do. Who knows where JD can go? Look at me. I'm all the way right here. So we're going to break above this daily level, which is why I partialed here. So great day on JD. I hope you guys are all having fun. Thanks. Keep it green.